Hello, fellow comic book lovers, collectors, and aficionados. Vin Crew here with my weekly BICH, my back issue comic haul. Got a lot of stuff as usual, so let's just get crack-a-lackin' here. Let's just start off with the obligatory hot book, movie, TV, blah, 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 blah. And before I get started, I like Mercenod, and I don't even want to say I'm in the same league or company of him, but he did bring up a good point. You know, don't take my word as gospel on this stuff. Please check it up yourself, double check, do your due diligence, and by all means, if I'm wrong, let me know, okay? And, I appreciate that, and I'll give you credit and correct myself. Bill, BMPRT, corrected me on the cover of the Spider-Man Red Sonja. For some reason, I said J. Scott Campbell, and he jumped on it and told me it was Turner, so thank you. I appreciate that. But anyways, let's get going here. All right, so earlier this week, they released the footage, or they shouldn't have released it, or whatever. Somehow it got out. Batman versus Superman versus, I don't know, Dawn of Justice, I think they call it. But what was interesting is they were showing Batman battling Superman in a armor to go after him. And my friend Matt, Comic Hoarder 410, who you should all be subscribed to, as well as BMPRT, pointed this out very quickly and jogged my memory that it was his battle armor was in this book right here, Return of the Dark Knight, or The Dark Knight Falls. This is part 4. So, of course, that book just skyrockets in price. All right, probably the biggest news of the week was Valiant went ahead and released at least 5 of their movies that they are in production of. One of them I knew about, but it's going to be Bloodshot 1, then Harbinger 1, then Bloodshot 2, Harbinger 2, and then lastly, a combination of the two, and they're calling it Harbinger Wars. So you might want to look for that Harbinger Wars. That's on my radar now to find. But of course, when all this happened, some books just started spiking up. Eternal Warrior number 4, the first cameo of Bloodshot, and then Rise Zero, the first full appearance of Bloodshot, all spiked up. So if anyone's interested, this is a double. So if you want to trade with me, let me know, or buy it or whatever. Harbinger number 1 always has been a big seller, but it obviously spiked up now. I don't know if I can open this, but here you go, comic fan. There's your, that's another guy you should be subscribed to. He loves it when you open, he hears packages opening. But the important thing with Harbinger, to bring this to a complete screech and halt, as someone said, is there's coupons that are in this. I have shown this before, but make sure that the coupon is in there. Near mint copies of this are selling for like $150. That's crazy. Raw. So, I don't know. Do with it what you want. All right. Tyler Perry. How about this? Tyler Perry, this is another one Matt pointed out to me, was just cast in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie number 2. He is going to play Baxter Stockman, who makes his first appearance in that book right there, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2, as if you need another reason to want to buy that book, huh? All right, this is kind of an interesting thing. They did another casting for Preacher, and I think it was either Comic Scalper or ComicsHeatingUp.com that pointed this out. Very astute. They cast a character by the name of Vila Quincannon, who is supposedly owning or is in charge of a meat processing pack or distribution or something of that nature. However, there was somebody who was astute enough to realize that there was already a male version of Odin Quincannon, who also happened to own or be in charge of a meat processing pack too, who makes his first appearance in that book right there, Preacher number 42. So might want to suggest putting that on your radar. All right. This next thing is complete speculation, complete rumor, nothing substantiated. Kind of falls back to the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., where they're doing the offshoot thing, kind of like the offshoot with Green Arrow and Flash with that show, kind of similar. Speaking of that, what is it? this is just me, but what is going on with Adam in that show? Is he not supposed to shrink? Is that not what the Atom does? Flies around in some flimsy, wimpy-looking Iron Man suit? I don't know. Did I miss something? Somebody tell me. I don't know. I love Arrow. Don't get me wrong. One of my favorite shows. Top 5 easy. But that Atom thing is just messing with my mind. Okay. All right. So speaking of that, getting back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., there's a speculation, or there's talk of an offshoot. Most likely it's going to be Secret Warriors. However, they are talking about another show which would feature the Miss Marvel, but the Kamala Khan version, who makes her first appearance, cameo, whatever, in this book right here, Captain Marvel 14. And then her first full appearance in the outfit right here as Miss Marvel is in Marvel Now .1. That is a story that is standalone, and so I can't suggest that book enough. I really cannot. I don't know if there's a variant of that book. I'd have to check that out. But all right, so enough of that. Let's have a little bit of fun here, shall we? All right, this I got to give credit to CBSI, a great website. A person by the name of Jeff, sorry I don't know your last name to give you proper credit, did a nice write-up on the Marvel Secret Wars that's coming out next month. And this is just kind of fun to see these first appearances and whatnot. And if you're not familiar with the Secret Wars, what they're going to do is they're going to break this up into worlds and zones and whatnot. And I think it's going to be a combination of one-shots and miniseries, that sort of thing. So they were doing some homework here and figured out some of the characters that are going to be featured in these different zones. And the first one, I've already featured this, but this is May Parker, who makes her first appearance in this book, What If, number 105, and she's going to be featured in the Renew Your Vows book. So already a lot of scuttlebutt about this book already, so might want to add that onto your list. All right. Lady Deathstrike makes her first appearance in this book right here, Alpha Flight number 33. I think we all know that. She's going to be featured in Beyond the Wall Zone. Okay. The character Magic, which is Colossus's little sister, makes her first appearance as Magic in this book right here, number 14. She is going to, New Mutants, number 14. She is going to be featured in the Limbo Zone. All right. Here's always been one of my personal favorites, Michael Korvac, who makes his first appearance in this book right here, Giant Size Defenders number 3, is going to be featured in the City Zone. All right, here's a character from the past. I've actually seen this in quite a few people's videos too. Killraven makes his first appearance in Amazing Adventures 18, will be featured in the Mars Zone. Kate Bishop is going to be featured in the Wall Zone. And Kate Bishop makes her first appearance in this book right here, Young Avengers number 1. This is the Los Angeles Wizard World sketch exclusive. This is the version you'd want if you want any of the hard ones. And then this one you might want to add onto your list too. This is the first time that she actually becomes the female Hawkeye. Right here is apparently in this book right here, Young Avengers number 12. Once again, double check me on that one, but that's what they're reporting. Okay, couple of people that are going to be featured in the Field Zone. First one is, I'm sorry, I retract that. In the Beyond the Wall Zone is this one right here, Moonstone, who is going to be featured, is her first appearance is in Captain America number 192, and then Jack-o'-lantern his first appearance is in Machine Man number 19. Trust me, this is one hard book to find, this Machine Man number 19. If you don't believe me, try to find it. I've seen that in a few people's videos recently too, and they've all contested to that. So, all right, Sam Alexander, the newest version of Nova, is going to be featured in the new Xander Zone. His first appearance is in this book right here, Marvel .1. However, a couple other versions you want to look for. This is the Nick Bradshaw variant. I think this is a 1 in 10, 1 in 25. However, this is the big daddy you want. This is the 1 in 100 sketch variant, okay? So if you're a big Sam Alexander fan, you want this book right here, the Marvel .1, number 1, 1 in 100 sketch variant. MODOK is going to be featured in the Killville Zone. His first appearance is in this book right here, Tales of Suspense, number 94. The Prowler, he's going to be in the High Avalon Zone. And his first appearance, or maybe it's just the Avalon Zone, is in Amazing Spider-Man 78. All right, moving along here, keeping it going. The Utopulus Zone is going to feature the Sinister Squadron, who is in this book right here, Avengers 69. That's also the first appearance of the Grandmaster. All right. And then the Akron, who's more known as a X-Men villain, but his first appearance, and he's going to be featured in the Weird World Zone, is his first appearance is in Avengers 75. I can never pronounce her name. The White Tiger, current White Tiger, she's going to be featured also in the Avalon Zone, and her first appearance is in this book right here, Avengers Academy number 20. Maestro, remember Maestro from Future Imperfect is where he makes his first appearance. He's going to be featured in the Dystopia Zone. So there's 2 books to that. I'm sorry I forgot to pull the second book, but I love that story. I really, really do. All right. Then lastly, Devil Dinosaur is actually going to be doing double duty from what I understand. He's going to be in the Greenland and Valley of the Flame Zone. His first appearance is in this book along with Moon Boy, Devil Dinosaur number 1. All right. Then this one I just threw in. I've shown this one before, but this is the last issue of What If Volume 2. This is What If 25 years later of the Secret Wars. So, phew, a lot of stuff there with the Secret Wars, huh? Fun. Thought it'd be kind of interesting to show you some first appearances. And they're featuring a bunch of the other, well-known ones like Man-Thing, Werewolf by Night. But come on, we all know their first appearances, so I wasn't going to bore you. All right, so let's get on to the comics that I bought in the last week or two. Let's start off with this one right here. I just love this one. It's kind of appropriate, I think, with the Star Wars trailer that was just released with... this is Famous Monsters from the 70s. This is issue 174. Darth Vader on the cover, kind of a classic Famous Monsters cover. All right, so speaking of Star Wars, picked up the Dynamic Forces number 1. That's the Greg Land version. Like I said, the only time I'm picking these things up is if I can get them dirt cheap. I think I paid $2 for that thing, so I don't know. But this is the one I would pick up. Pay a little bit more maybe, but thankfully I've only had to buy these for like $1.50, $2, so less than half a cover. So what is that? Yeah, so $1.50 probably. Is these action figures. I didn't pick up another Luke Skywalker number 1. I already own that, but I did pick up a second Han Solo, so if anyone's interested in that, that is the money one of the action figures. Here's Obi-Wan Kenobi for issue number 3. And I do have the Boba Fett being held for me. The guy I buy these books from, he doesn't get his books until like a week later, so it's kind of weird. I don't know. It's not a store. It's a guy that sells out of his house, so... But anyway, so I'll have to wait on that one. But I do have the Boba Fett, and that one is another one that you need to add onto your list. It's pre-selling at like $50 to $60. All right. And then I picked up the Darth Vader action figure to his number 1, and Princess Leia for their number 1, her number 1. All right. Picked up Thanos number 6, so out of his little mini-series there. So I only need issue 2. If anybody has 2 and want to trade or whatever, let me know. This is the Amanda Connor Women of Marvel variant to Uncanny X-Men number 3. This one I was happy to find. This is the Mike Diodato Architect Sketch Variant 1 in 52 to the Uncanny X-Force number 15. Love that book. I paid $8 for that cover. Oh my God, that's beautiful, isn't it? All right. Venom, Sinner Takes All, number 2. All right. Walking Dead, Loot Crate. I paid $4 for this thing. To number 132. This one, very, very appropriate, and I'm so flippin' stoked to see this movie when it comes out. I think we all know what it is. If not, you've been living under a rock. But Avengers: Age of Ultron. So picked up the mini-series of the What If Age of Ultron. And this is, the first one is the Raphael Lenko variant. That's to number 1. Number 2 is the James Stokock variant cover. Number 3 is the Declan Shelvey variant. And number 4 is the Jim Rugger variant cover. And then lastly, somebody I do know, Ming Doyle variant, number 5. So very happy to have that Foles mini-series. Like I said, very, very appropriate. Jumped on the Spider-Gwen wagon. I'm telling you, I'm not very... I'm glad I've got the Multiverse number 2 or first appearance, but other than that, I'm not really... If I find them cheap, I'll buy them. Spider-Gwen number 1, paid $1.50 for it. And like the Howard the Duck, I'm more interested in Howard the Duck than I am in Spider-Gwen. Sorry, too many versions of Spider-Man out there. Just sorry. And I want my Gwen Stacy the way she was supposed to be. So, all right. And that is the What the Duck version. All right. Suicide Squad number 24 out of Series 1 out of the new 52. Reason I'm showing this is the first appearance of the Thinker, who is going to make an appearance in the Suicide Squad movie. So if you're interested in that, I would strongly suggest picking it up. Picked up the Greg Capullo cover to Spawn 250. All right, this one it's just a cover I gravitate to, and it's a first appearance of somebody or something happens. More interested in the cover, and that is a double. So, but this is Uncanny X-Men 511. Speaking of another cover I'm always gravitating to, only because it's Psylocke, and this I probably should have shown in my Psylocke books, but this is X-Men number 509. That is a double too, if anyone's interested. Beautiful, beautiful Psylocke cover. Found X-Men Die by the Sword. This features a lot of the, excuse me, I'm fighting a cold here, the Braddocks, but there's Psylocke on the cover. I think it goes 6 issues. I'm looking for the others. Picked up the Jim Chang variant. Speaking of Psylocke, there she is right there. To X-Men number 25. All right, Detective 342. All right. Wolverines. Big Deadpool guy, so anything Deadpool I'll probably pick up, and then especially at $1.50 each. This is Wolverine Deadpool on the cover. But if you're interested in that Deadpool version of Wolverine, you need to pick this one up. It's the issue prior. It's number 12 of Wolverines. Speaking of Deadpool, found a couple doubles. This is the annual, 98 annual. This is one of my favorite covers. This is a double, though. This is number 46 of the 97 series. So if anyone's interested in these two, they can hit me up. But this one is not a double, and I'm so flippin' happy to have this book. Oh, my God. Deadpool Encyclopedia. The Encyclopedia Deadpool. Oh, that book is like a $40 to $50 book, at least every time I see it. I got mine for $20, a little bit more than I wanted to pay for it, but happy to have it nonetheless. Now, if I could find a Baby's First Deadpool, I'd be happy about my Deadpool selection. I can use a few other ones, but that one for sure. All right. Picked up Green Lantern number 75. This book now complete, and I think that's a Neil Adams cover. I think it's a Neil Adams cover. That now completes my, I have a consecutive run from Green Lantern Volume 2 from 73 until it ends. And then I have all of volume 3 and all of volume 4 and all the way up to, I think, number 20-something of the New 52. So happy about that. Green Lantern number 26. That does have a subscription crease down the middle, but still happy to have it nonetheless. Early Star Sapphire's appearance. Dark Avengers number 20 or number 11. Just love that cover. All right, picked up some Phil Noto. I should have shown this with the Deadpool, but that's the Deadpool Phil Noto 42. Rocket Raccoon, love that cover. Say hello to my little friend. I'm sure I butchered that. Number 8. These two books are really pretty smoking hot. They're probably the two books you want the most out of the Phil Noto. Noto, I don't know how you pronounce it, but Inhumans number 12, Inhuman number 12, and then the Rocket Raccoon number 8. Now, I'm going to just do my little thing here. Hey, I know there's a lot of people out there that are just hating what Marvel is doing, including myself, to X-Men. But don't hate on the Inhumans for it. This is going to be short-lived, in my opinion, only. They're just trying to spite Fox and Sony and get back the rights to the X-Men, Fantastic Four, that sort of thing. So, just bear with it. And the Inhumans, hey, I can definitely tolerate that. I really can. So, and I'm really bullish on this series right here. I've been pushing it for a long time. Picked up the Joe Madria design variant covered in number 1. All right. Finally got some of the movie variants. Like I said, the friend that I buy these from, he's a week or so behind, so a bunch of them he doesn't have, but he's holding them for me. Here's the Matrix and the Grace, Enter the Dragon. You've seen enough of that already. Iron Man, this is the Mark Brooks interconnecting variant to the special, number 1. I don't know what it connects with, but maybe it'll connect with number 2. Moon Knight, out of the current series, second print, number 1. That, I think, has 3 prints, so all of them are desirable, but I own 1, and now I need 3, so. Found the Secret Origins, number 10. We all know what that is, the origin of Batgirl. This one was happy to find. I paid $2.50 for that bad boy. Sonic the Hedgehog out of the mini-series. This is issue number 0. All that is super sought after, so if you can find those. All right, found some more Tick. First prints out of the original series. There's number 12 and number 11, and they are reviving the Tick from what I understand. So that could be interesting. Big Tick fan. All right. How about been picking up a lot of the Legion of Superheroes firsts. I'm a big Legion LOS fan. This is my favorite Legion of Superhero character. This is Lone Wolf. His first appearance is in Adventures 237, and super happy to have this book. As far as I'm concerned, this is the prototype to Wolverine. Don't jump on me for it. It's just my opinion is all, please. But, I just think it's just some eerie resemblances there to some extent. How about this one? Adventure Comics 283, the first Phantom Zone and the first General Zod. There is a crease right here and then a little, like a tape pull right there. Other than that, I mean, it's complete. The staples are attached. I'm happy with it for the price I paid. I can't not afford pristine condition books. I just can't. So I'm happy with what I find. All right. Okay, almost done. This I'm just showing because I think it's one of the ugliest covers I've seen in a long time, even though I'm a big Duck fan, Howard the Duck. Amazing Spider-Man 17, What the Duck. All right. Haven't shown Batmans in a little while, but there's a reason for that. As I stated, I was down to needing 4 issues to finish my Batman run from 200 until it ends on 7/13. Well, check it out. Issue 257. Issue 230. Beautiful Neil Adams cover with the Black Panthers on there. All right. Issue 217. Another Neil Adams cover. And issue 203. Guess what, folks? I am done. I now own all the Batmans from 200 until it ends on 7/13. Man, what a sigh of relief that is. Been working at that for quite a while now. And now I was joking with my friend Evan Leahy. I would like to get from, what is it, issue 144, somewhere around there, where the first 12-cent issue starts. I'd like to get from there on, but that's kind of a pipe dream. I would need the first Silver Age Riddler, first Silver Age Penguin, and first Poison Ivy are the three I'm missing on that. But who knows? It's a goal. We'll see. All right. These, and then speaking of Batman, these I've been bullish on for a little while too. They are becoming hotter and hotter and hotter. The combo packs. This is Batman issue number 27 and number 14. Make sure they are polybag, because odds are the code might be gone. But super low print runs on these. People are just starting to hoard these left and right. If you can find them, I would suggest picking them up. This is not a combo pack, but this is Batman, the Greg Capullo variant to issue 13. Super happy to have that book in my collection. All right, and then I'm going to end it with these two books right here. Another series I've been working on is the original Justice League, along with Evan Leahy and a couple other people. But my goal was to get, from this year, was to get from 6 until it ends. And guess what? With these issues, I do own 16. It's sitting at the post office. I got to go to the post office to get it, and guy wants a signature. So, but I do have 16. There's 17. No, sorry. This is 17. And guess what, Evan? Found my number 8. It's not the best looking one, but for me, I'm happy with it. It's, it's probably a VG, maybe. I don't know how to grade a book. I really don't. But this is issue number 8 and number 17. So that does it. I own consecutively every issue from issue 6 until it ends. And then I own everything up through most of the new 52. All the incarnations, JLA, blah, Justice League America, Justice League of America, Justice League, blah, blah, blah. So very, very happy to have that done. I think I can still get a 5. I think 5 is in my price range, but 4, 3, 2, 1, that's going to be pushing it. Another pipe dream, who knows? But super happy to have from 6 on. So maybe I'll do, I've never done a collection video of any of the books that I own in any of the series. Maybe I'll start doing that. I don't know. You guys let me know if you'd like to see any of my collection. All right, so this is Ben Cruz signing off, saying thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. And that's a beautiful cover, isn't it? So thank you again. Love the thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, whatever. Thank you so much.